Hello, hello. Good morning. How are you this morning, my fly baby slash lions? I am so excited to be with you today, and I know I'm running a little bit late. My mother's been ill, and as you know, I'm getting over this stuff, so I'm sorry about the tardiness. I will probably just do one video today, and I'm going to let you know that I'm changing my platform a little bit. I really feel like I haven't been giving you a really good content. So here's what we're going to talk about today, and here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to be firm but kind. So we're going to talk about our daily, which is for Saturday, because today is too late to get started. So yes, if you need to know what to do today, go watch yesterday's recorded video. But for our daily, I'm going to record for Saturday today in this video. I'm also going to do a keto catch-up video, little notification, which is going to talk about my weight loss progress. And we're going to address the question of the day. And the question of the day that I've chosen is one that I get a lot, which is, how do I do the Flylady system while I'm working shift work? So I will address you and all of your questions once I'm done with this three-part video. So I'm happy to have you here. Welcome. I'm so thrilled that there are already 36 of you online with me. Don't forget to think about what you want me to talk about, because you guys give me the best ideas, because this is something you're trying to implement, the Flylady system. So if you're implementing the Flylady system and then you're unique, you have different situations, and if I get several people with that, then I know that's a real issue for a lot of people. So that's what I want you to do. Okay, so good morning. Today we're going to talk about Saturday and our daily routine. And so for Saturday, if you are an at-home flybaby slash lion, you're going to have all of your work completed. Occasionally you'll have a load of laundry to do, depending on the size of your family or the system that you're using. When I say that, some people just do a load a day or 2 loads a day so they can get it done within the 5-day period. Some people do a specific thing that I've addressed before, specific types of laundry like whites, darks, mediums, towels, sheets during the week, and maybe they have an extra set of towels they need to do. So that's what I want you to do for the at-home lions. I don't want you to work on Saturday. I want you to get up and do the only thing you ever have to do every day, which is your routines. So you're going to get up in the morning. You're going to do your morning routine before the family, because you're going to take time for yourself. It's very important. And then the family will get up. If you have a family or someone you care for, then you get up before them so that you feel armored. I don't know what a good word to say is. Enabled, protected, cared for, all those things, and then you can take care of everyone else. But until you've plugged yourself into your energy source, you're not going to be able to do that. So you're going to be dragging around, and your day's going to get away from you, and you're going to wonder why. So Saturday is a great day. I hope you've got something planned for fun for Saturday. Again, it doesn't have to be expensive or even cost anything. It's just focusing on your family, having fun together, okay? If you are a payroll flybaby or a payroll lion, then you've been thinking about what you're going to do all this week and hopefully working toward it while your dinner is simmering. That's what I've been saying every day. If you're able to do it, then you have less things to do on Saturday. But now we're at Saturday, and if you haven't been able to do your errands, your grocery shopping, balancing your checkbook, emptying your purse and car out, you're going to have a lot of work to do. It's going to be 3 or 4 hours. So hopefully you've done the little things like take care of your car and purse, plan your grocery list, make your menu, balance your checking account. The things you're not able to do all in a big chunk when you work is a whole hour of weekly home blessing or a whole hour of errands, not counting travel time on that, and putting groceries away. So those 2 things might have to be put off till Saturday unless you've split it up or delegated it. My favorite thing for you to do as one of my lions is to delegate. So if you have a spouse or you have an adult, not an adult child, but a teenager who's capable of grocery shopping, you've taught them how, they can take your list, or you can at least call it in to Walmart and they can drive up and have it put in the trunk and take it home. They can totally do that. then you'll have less things to do. Then all you'll have to do is work on your zone. And this is the last day for this group is for zone 3. So the at-home fly babies or lions are doing their zone 3 on Friday, finishing it up, which is bathroom and one other room, or one other room. You can do one or the other. But for you, you're going to do maybe all of it if you didn't get any of it done on Saturday. So do 4 things or 4 units of 15 minutes in the main bathroom and pick another room and stick to that room. Okay, so let's say guest room. So maybe you put 15 minutes into the bathroom, 45 minutes into the guest room. But that's it. You're not going to visit this area again for a whole month as far as deep clean goes, or decluttering, depending on where you are in your process. Okay? And then everybody does their after dinner routine. That's a regular routine. If you work, you're probably going to have to do a little more laundry because you just don't have time at the end of the day to do too many things. You can do a load of laundry, but maybe you have 7 loads of laundry, so you've got to do 2 more. But if you'll get it done quickly and early in the morning, then you will have the rest of the day to yourself. So let's say you got up at 7 and your kids got up you let them sleep in. They got up at 8. By 8:30, everything's done. You can hit it. And then by 9:30, 10:30, 11:30 at the latest, probably earlier, you'll be done with everything. And then you've got the rest of the weekend. And all you're going to do is you're going to do your routines. So the rest of the routines are after dinner routine and before bed routine. And if you haven't finished your paper routine, you'll be working on that as well. Okay, and actually paper routine is for everyone on Saturday because when the mail runs, there's going to be clutter coming into your house if you don't sort through it. So 6 days a week for the paper routine. Quick. All right, now we're going to go to, let's see. Well, thank you for staying for the daily, and I hope you have a great day. If you have to go now, have a great day, and remember that you are beautiful. Now I'm going to go to Keto report. So here is the Keto report. I don't know how much weight I've lost. I've been at my parents' house, and I don't use any other scale but mine. I do know that people have told me that I'm looking smaller, my clothes are fitting looser, and I'm being careful. So I'm eating basically, eggs and bacon is what I had this morning. Actually, I didn't even have an egg. I had bacon and coffee with whipping cream in it. And then I had, sometimes I even skip lunch because I'm not hungry, or I skip breakfast and just have coffee. And that's that old thing about don't skip meals, or, you have to eat breakfast. That's not true. It's really not true. For dinner, I'm just eating the meat and the vegetable, and I'm giving them a starch and maybe gravy or whatever that my parents want. And then for dessert, they get their pie and ice cream. I don't do that. So that's what I do. So that's how I'm doing on keto. I hope you're doing great on keto too. And have a wonderful day continuing to be in keto. All right, the last thing that I'm going to talk about is the question of the day. This question that I'm getting is one that I've gotten a lot, and I've addressed it before, but I want to address it again. And the question is, I work shift work. I work 40 hours, but it's so weird. I get off at I go in at 7:30 one day, I go in at 11 o'clock another day, I go in at 1:30 another day, I work 8.5 hours because I've got, a lunch hour in there, a lunch half hour. And so how do I make this work? Well, there's only one way to make that work. And that is, first of all, you have to assume that you are the CEO. So you're in charge of your family's life. And if you're by yourself, you're still in charge. You're the family, right? So you're going to plan out your week. Surely, I worked shift work, and I know that I knew in advance what my schedule was going to be. And I've worked triple shift like that, where I had one was an overnight, 2 days in the middle of the whole thing. So it was really messed up. But what you'll do is you'll say, well, here's the thing. I have the same number of hours as anyone else. I'm working 40 hours. I'm taking a lunch hour or a half hour. I have travel time on each end, and I have to sleep 8 hours. What's in the middle? What's left? When you subtract that from 24 is what you've got left. So when you get up from whenever time, first of all, when you come home, skip that. When you plan out your week, so let's just say a week in advance. It doesn't matter. Put it in your planner. Block out the times. And then block out your sleep time. When are you going to sleep your 8 hours? And then when you wake up, that's when you do your, quote, morning routine. Even if it's not morning, it's the first thing you do when you get up. So you do your morning routine. All right, sorry. The next thing you're going to do is put a load of laundry in if you still have time. If you don't have time, the things you're going to squeeze into your day are laundry and all your routines, which laundry is a routine. So you've got laundry, paper, morning routine, after dinner routine, before bed routine. So you've got 5 routines, and you're going to plan them in your planner. And then what's left is where you're going to do the things that will keep you from having your weekend, whatever days those might be, free. So you don't have to work 3 hours on your weekend day, right? So plan it in there when you can do it. Just like the people who work 8 to 5 and they actually leave the house at 7 and they get home at 6. They do it when their dinner's cooking, or they do it when the kids are taking a bath or whatever. That's when they do it. So you're going to squeeze it in there, and it all depends on your schedule, because your life is not like my life. I don't have babies. You might not have babies. You might have 4 dogs and a husband. You might have no husband, no dogs, and 3 kids. It's all different, and your kids might be little teenies, or they could be teenagers. You may have adults living with you that aren't your spouse, like your children have grown up and they're still living at home. So remember to delegate. Remember that a child 7 years old can do a lot of things, and a 9-year-old can do their own laundry. Excuse me. Remember that a 4-year-old can do things too, and even a 3-year-old can do things. Go watch my video on routines for children. Not the most recent one. There's one earlier. And it actually gives ideas of jobs for you. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm going to get off of here very shortly because I'm trying not to cough. But I'm going to answer some questions now. I'm opening it up for questions. So hello, everybody. I haven't even been looking at your comments, but I've been seeing them fly by. I've been trying not to be distracted so I can give you better content. So Kristen is here and saying hello. Hi, Kristen and Allison, and Joanne is talking to Deborah. Okay. And hi, Deborah. Anybody else? Anybody have any questions or concerns about the things we just talked about? Working shift work, or, okay, Miss Kat, you were crystal clear. So now when they ask this, whoopsie, again, you can send to this video. That's right, Emanuela. That's what I was trying to do. I was really unhappy when I looked back at my recent videos, especially those here at my mother's house, because I'm so scattered. I have so many things going on, and I'm in this little tickle, and my mother's been ill. So this, I'm really focusing. So I'm glad you appreciate that, Emanuela. I asked earlier, how do you keep up with your daily routine and zone cleaning when you have a family staying with you for 1 week? Okay, you may want to just drop down to routines if this is what you want to do, and that's certainly okay. You don't want to be saying, get out of my way, I got a vacuum, when you have guests in your home. You just make sure it's clean before they come, and then just drop down to routines. When they leave, just step in where you stepped out. Don't worry about what you missed, just step in where you stepped out, but keep up those routines, and ask for help in the kitchen, and ask for help when at the end of the day saying, oh, let's pick these things up, right? That's what you do, okay? I hope that's helpful. Deborah says, sorry, Jana. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. You just give them the vacuum. Resourceful Mama, what a great name, because she is resourceful. Margot said, good morning, live to chat, but support the focus. Thank you. Oh, love to chat. I'm thinking that's what you mean. Hi, Barb. Excellent content. Answered many of my questions. Oh my gosh, you guys, your encouragement means so much to me that I'm giving you what you really, really want and need. That's what I want. I don't want you to get on here and it's just all fluffy stuff. I want you to really get something you need. Now, if you want more intense, that's what the Patreon group is about. That's very intense and very intimate. But this, I still want to give you some good fuel. Okay, Kristen, I second that. Resourceful Mama, I know you're talking about the vacuum cleaner. Shannon Anglican, great advice to just drop back to daily routines. It frees me of the stress of having to do zones. Yeah, absolutely. Larry said thumbs up and questions, and I'm getting some thumbs up and some questions. Silencio 1234, hi Kat, my name is Elena. Hi Elena. Advice for dealing with snarky teenagers? Yes, I always have advice, Elena. My advice for snarky teenagers is be firm but kind and create a need in the teenager. How do you do that? You give them an option, a choice. You can do what I'm asking you to do, and it's your choice, or this. You can choose this other thing, which is losing their favorite thing, whatever it is, their favorite privilege, their screen time, or the opportunity to go with the family somewhere. Their choice. It's not you punishing them. They are making a choice. And so a conversation needs to be had about that, and you have to reset the way you think about it too. And you don't want to ever say you need to do this, because they don't like that, and they don't feel that need. The need a teenager feels is for you to be quiet while they do what they want to do. So you're still the mama, and you're still in charge. And so you be firm but kind, give them the respect of being kind and trying to see things from their point of view, but not to the point of pain. And we all know what I'm talking about, where they'll just drive it. Just be firm but kind. That's my answer. Yes, Ava, figuring out workouts. Okay, Alice, that was Allison talking about workouts. All right. Somebody said welcome. Oh, Nick is new. Okay, Amanda Marie. Hi there, my name is Amanda. Just a quick question. My husband wakes up at 6:30 for work. My morning routine at 6 seems to wake him up early. What would you suggest? Okay, my suggestion is to have your clothes hanging in the bathroom, not the bathroom. If you have a bathroom like a master's ensuite, not in that bathroom. Put it in the hall bathroom or the kids' bathroom. Go hang your clothes outside of your room. So when you get up, you just slip out of the bed and shut the door. And then you go in the bathroom and you can do all your morning routine in there, including getting dressed, and then go to the kitchen, and don't rattle those pans so loud. Just be careful. All right? That's what I would do. And that's actually what I actually do. Shannon Engel, can really needed the advice that we can offer our teenagers a choice. I've been guilty of telling them what to do lately. Yeah, and do you want to be told what to do? That's what I mean by respect. No one wants to be told what to do. You give them a choice. Now, they'll use it as a tool to say, you took that away from me. And you say, no, I didn't. I gave you a choice. And that's what you chose. And that's really too bad that you chose that. Maybe next time you'll choose better. All right. Margot, can we thumbs up and like when chatting, or do we have to do it later? You can. You have to take the chat off for a second. In my experience on iPhone, you just take the chat off for a second, and then you can see the thumbs up. But I appreciate the question. That's very sweet. Silencio says the choice thing is perfect. Nikki says, you mentioned getting up before everyone else in the house. That is something I have always struggled with. Any ideas how to combat that? Nikki, I have ideas. Hi, Nikki. The thing you want to do is make sure you get to bed on time so you have 8 hours of sleep. If you haven't had 8 hours of sleep, you're not going to be able to get up in the morning. And so you're going to struggle with that, and you're going to be exhausted if you do get up and not liking it. So you're going to go to bed on time, and that's part of planning the night before. That's your before bed routine. Nikki, I'm thinking you're new. If you have watched my video on how to do the Flylady system for newbies, you'll see that I address the before bed routine, and part of that is planning out what time you need to go to bed. And I know it's hard, especially if you're a night owl, but just try to go to bed a little bit earlier every day until you're finally getting your 8 hours, okay? Mommy is a lion. Just do it a few times, and then you'll like it like the time it gives you. Yes, Mommy is a lion. You're right. We are moving next month. This is Heather. What do you suggest? Should I deep clean and start packing some things up, feeling excited and overwhelmed? Congratulations on moving. That's so fun. It's like a fresh start. Well, my suggestion is to start now. But before you do it, don't just dive in. Make a plan. I love to plan, right? Make a plan and say, what will we need? What do we absolutely have to keep out? And then go to each room and look and see what's in there, what you might need, and then make a list of what you need. So when you start to pack things up that you don't need, you'll be sure to leave the coffee maker, the Q-tips, the extra set of sheets, whatever it is. And so you're going to start packing it up first, then deep clean. So if I were you, I would just do routines and packing. I wouldn't worry with the zones right now. I would do routines and packing and my basic weekly plan. You still got to buy groceries. You still got to pay bills. You still need to keep your purse clean. You still need to keep your car clean. You still need to have a family day, etc. So that's what I would do. And then you can deep clean one room at a time. Just deep clean it, and then make sure the family is maintaining the complete the process where nobody leaves their stuff behind. And you will find this minimalist living is actually very freeing, and you'll have a lot more time when all your junk's put away, I promise. And be careful when you're packing it that you only keep what you really, really love and really use. If it's something that's sat on the shelf for 3 years, you're not using it. Is it because your house is too small and you will use it in your new house? That's a consideration. But is it because your Aunt Matilda gave it to you and you love her and she's dead and it's what you remember her by? That's not what she wants to be remembered by. Something that you leave in a cupboard and look at once every 6 years, right? Okay. I saw Becca. Becca, pretend to plan a camping trip, bare minimum. That's right. I love it. That's good, Becca. You seem happier doing it like this today. Prayers, Kathy, thank you so much. I do feel happier. I was not liking that squirrel head I was doing. I didn't like it. Sharon, basic weekly plan keeps my life sane. Well, you know, that's true, Sharon, and everybody does a basic weekly plan. It just may be a basic weekly job list. It's not necessarily a plan, and so they don't necessarily get their groceries every time at the same time. They don't necessarily pay their bills at the same time. They've got this loosey-goosey thing going. This is just something you have to do every week, really, and you've just planned it out to make sure you do it. So yeah, that's why it's keeping you sane, because it's like what real people should do. We're not in that field, right? Let's see, Heather. I do, Mr. B, but I was so motivated. What was Heather saying? Heather, let me go back. I do want to see that one thing. I don't know, Heather. It's too far back. I can't find it. Say it again to me. I want to know what you're talking about. All right. Susan Chandler, who is thumb downing this? What on earth could be worth that? Somebody thumb downed me? Oh, mon Dieu. I don't care. Really? That's the least of my worries, girls. Don't worry about a thumbs down. That's all. There's always somebody could have hit the wrong button, and we'll give them that. Yay, you. All right. Time together trumps everything. Is that what Heather was talking about? Or are you just saying that, Mr. B? Sourceful Mama's laughing. Here you go. My fiance wants to get up the same time as me so that we can spend time in the morning together over coffee before he goes to work. It's thrown off my whole schedule. Ask him for, okay, here's what you're going to do. You ready? This is so much fun. You're going to say, okay, I would love to do that, but I have some things I have to do very first thing in the morning or it's going to throw my schedule off. So give me 15 minutes in the bathroom to get myself dressed and my makeup on, and I'm going to swish and swipe the toilet. I know you don't care about that, but I'm going to ask you if you would please, while I'm doing that, would you empty out the dishwasher and put some coffee on? That would be awesome. How about that? Does that sound good? Okay, that's your answer. All right, Heather. Luba, LOL, I tried to get my husband to do that, but he wants to sleep until the last minute, so take that. Then you get up and do your thing, right, without him. Eva, have you ever found a video about empty nest? Well, I'm an empty nester. I can make one if that's something that's bothering you. What's the challenge? I need to know. Or I know what, put it in the comments, because I look at every single comment. Put it in the comments, Eva, what you want me to make a video on about empty nesting. What's the issue with empty nesting? And I'll do it. Heather said, I'll try that. Yeah, it'll work, Heather, because he loves you. He wants to spend time with you, and it'll help you, because it normally takes you a half hour. Now it'll only take you 15 minutes, unless you're throwing a shower in there, and maybe you should change to the end of the day just so you have more time with him. Margot, I was hyperventilating for you in previous format and was wondering how you did it. Take care of you. Thank you, Margot. Oh my gosh, I can tell you guys are loving this. It's awesome. Swishing in the toilet can be romantic, Larry. You're so funny. Maisie, Mr. Swish and Swash is home now, so is happy to help until after Christmas. So pleased it really helps. See? Here you go. Mr. B, Patrick family's laughing at you. I would appreciate empty nester too. It's more about transitioning. Put it in the comments, Lisa, and so I won't forget, and I will put it out there for you guys. Okay, Jana's laughing at you, Mr. B. And I don't know what Rachel's talking about. So, Margot, yep, empty nest, getting out of bed to get going. Yeah, I found myself it wasn't so much the empty nest thing, because I was working when my kids left home, but when I retired, it was I really felt, well, I'll address it in the video. Come watch. Even if you don't have an empty nest, you might be interested, because you can pack it away for the future. All right. Allison says, do you do crisis cleaning? I love project idea, but struggle doing that and all daily duties and mom duties. No, I don't crisis clean because I don't need to. There's nothing to crisis clean. There's no clutter and my house is clean. So I don't have to crisis clean. But the difference between crisis cleaning and doing a project, Allison, a project is when you have one room that's stymieing you. So it's preventing you from doing anything else because emotionally it's crippling you. And so you pick that room and you create a project, and instead of doing zones, you work on that room. If you don't have that problem, or if all your rooms are making you feel that way, then just follow what I tell you to do. Just do what I tell you to do. I promise it will go away if you do what I tell you to do, okay? All right, let's see. Larry says, empty nesting is awesome. Dickie says, I'm not getting up early enough. My husband gets up at 6. Well, you know, here's the thing. If your children don't have to be up till 8 or 7:30, you don't have to get up till 7. If your husband has to go to work early, then he's on his own, right? You can stay in bed, because if you're an at-home mom, you have a lot to do all day, right? Now, if your husband gets up at 6 and the kids get up at 7 and you normally get up at 6:30, I don't see any problem getting up at 6, but just doing the same thing that I told everybody else to do. When you have a spouse that wants to be with you, please empty the dishwasher for me and start the coffee while I get dressed. And then you'll have even more time with them, okay? Oops, sorry. Okay. Patrick Family says, I dread having no kids in the house. They are what keep me going and keep me motivated. Yes, I know, Patrick Family, but here's the thing. You have babies right now. You know, I see their pictures on Facebook. You have babies. As your children get older, it's hard to believe how you feel about them at different stages. And at some point, you're encouraged by the fact that they're becoming independent adults and they're going out on their own and they're so pleased with themselves and you're so happy for them. And it's fun if you focused on your husband the whole time, because you have a partner to be with. When they go off, you're not feeling that broken heart. You're feeling encouraged for them, and you're happy to be having time alone with your husband again, to do what you want to do when you want to do it, and you don't have to get back home. So it's really awesome, but I'll talk about it more in my empty nester video. All right, let's see. Larry says everything has a season. Empty nest, that's what that they come. Empty nest, what's that? They come back. No, Kathy, not mine. I raised mine to believe that once they were out of the house, they had to be ready to leave, and then when they left, then they were going to stay gone, right? So I do have to say this. My daughter Robin left for a short time when she was in college and didn't like it and came home and finished college and was engaged and got married and went straight from home to her husband. But they've been married for 17 years, have 3 kids, perfectly happy. It was her high school sweetheart. So she did stay home a little longer, and I have another daughter, a stepdaughter, who had a family problem and came and stayed with us for 3 months. But it was just a little stepping stone. Nobody comes here to park. This is my home. You're grown. You have your home. Yeah, that is Deborah. I like that advice too. I got that advice myself from someone else. Oh my goodness, Maisie and Kathy, you girls need to go drink some coffee and pound it out. It can't happen. You get to be firm. Be firm, especially when you have, the older they are, the firmer you have to be. Justine, I get up with husband at 5:45, but I don't start my morning routine until after he leaves. It's almost like I'm still in bed. That time is just for him. Okay, well that's also a thing. As long as you're getting 8 hours of sleep, so that when you get up with him at 5:45, you're not going to be tired, and you can do your morning routine before the children get up, if you have kids, okay? So that's also an option. Here's the cool thing. You're the CEO. You get to do what you want. All right. So if you wake up at 5 but don't need to get out of bed till 7, what do you do for 2 hours? I know how wonderful. I know how wonderful to have that. If you wake up at 5, are you getting 8 hours sleep? I mean, sometimes you just do wake up at 5 and you just get up and have some tea, and just don't forget your morning routines have to start at a certain time. So there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes, sometimes you just don't need 8 hours. So if you're feeling rested, but if you're not feeling rested, then, maybe you need to do a little exercise before you go to bed at night or something. I don't know. I've been married 17 years and 3 kids, twins. Allison, you could be my daughter. Luba, in our culture, kids live with parents till they get married. My brother got married at 29. It allows money to be saved up. Yay! I'm glad that's not my culture. I'm glad. But it's a great thing. I mean, if that's your culture and that's what you're used to, there's other cultures where the grandparents live with you the whole time. Even what I'm doing with my parents is not everybody's culture, coming to their house and taking care of them for a week. So Yeah. All right, Maisie. Oh, they have all gone now, but they come back to stay, which is wonderful. Okay, if you love it, it's up to you. Speaking of my babies, they were trying to talk to you through my phone. Hi, babies. Hi, babies. They're so sweet. Maisie Oliver, when my husband and I were first on our own, we looked at each other across the table and said, oh, yes, now I remember why I married you, the joy of finishing conversations. That's right. I remember absolutely my first thing. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it in my video. Isabel, having great, meaningful volunteer work helps a lot with an empty nest. Okay. Also, my husband and I are getting to know each other again. That's so sweet. Getting 8 hours. Okay, Margot, it's a luxury, but I feel like I need to be productive. No, you don't. You don't need to be productive. Just know that it's part of the hours in your day. So, when you plan out your day and you block your time, if you're blocking 2 hours in the morning for yourself and morning routine, then you'd have less hours later on in the day. That's all. Everybody gets time to themselves. That's the whole purpose and the beauty of the Flylady system. Okay, I'm going to go. You guys are out of things to say. We've been on here for 30 minutes. I need to check on my mother. She's tucked in bed with bronchitis. And I love you so much. I know that you are beautiful, and I know that it's just such a joy to talk to you. I'm so glad that we were able to do this venue this way and that you enjoyed it. So I saw one comment I do want to read. Vivian Davis, hi, caught you live. I love your show. I'm an empty nester and newly retired. I look forward to your empty nest. Okay, y'all put it in the notes, Vivian. Okay, everybody put it down there, and then I'll hammer it home. Thank you. God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and remember that you are beautiful. Bye bye.